A big, huge part of self love is accepting yourself for exactly how you are. Initially, I thought, oh, loving myself meant there is no room for any negativity, any bad feelings, anything that's gonna make me feel crappy. But I've learned that that also is who I am. And so we get to take self love on a next level, on a different level, right? We get to love and accept ourselves even for those emotions that don't feel the best, that makes us feel uncomfortable, that makes us cringe. That is still a part of who you are, and you get to learn to love that part too. Everything's brewing right now, conspiring to work out for you. What's up, guys? What's going on? In celebration of episode 30, I kind of want to do a recap. I've done 29 episodes so far. All the things that I'm talking about, you can achieve for your life. Like, oh, you don't compare as much, you don't tolerate toxicity, you have boundaries, etc. It all stems from learning to love yourself and learning to accept yourself, like truly on an innate level. So I feel like this episode gets to be a full circle episode. And so we are going to talk about all the things that will happen once you learn to love yourself. And so we're talking about living a life full of peace, more happiness, true joy. There's no need to compare yourself. You can walk around with more confidence and you can get so much more for your life, right? And you are just unbothered by other people, other things, especially if it's out of your control. So, I'm going to name 16 things that I've noticed within my life ever since I learned to love and accept myself. Number one, I learned to establish boundaries. It's so much easier for me to establish boundaries. And when I do, I realize that I don't have to tolerate toxicity, right? It's okay to outgrow certain people, places, and certain things, and you don't have to feel guilty for it. Because once you know your worth and you love yourself, there is no need to stick around anything that does not support your growth, does not uplift you, okay? And it's not all around loving and healthy. Number two, I am so true to myself. I get to honor my needs and my wants. So it's easier for me to voice my opinions if I can tap into what I really want and what I really don't want, and I don't have to people please, right? I don't have to people please. And so if I don't want to do something, it's easy for me to say no. And if I do want to do something, I'm going to say yes. Okay? It's just easier to speak up when you are so confident in yourself and you love yourself. Number three, there is no need to have to persuade and convince people to validate my worth. So, knowing my worth intrinsically, I don't have to spend time getting a person who is disagreeing with me to see things from my viewpoint. I don't need them to agree with me for me to feel all right. Whereas before, I would need to, like, oh, if they don't agree with me, there is something wrong with me. I feel like there's an attack on my identity. So when you're so confident in yourself and you love yourself, there is no need to have to get other people to see your worth or to see your viewpoint, period. Number four, this one is big. I still do it from time to time because it's always been a thing that I've done. But comparing yourself to other people, I catch myself comparing myself less. When you're so confident in who you are and you know who you are, you believe that other people can win at the same time as you do. We can all win together. It doesn't have to be a superiority or an inferiority complex game going on. Like, I don't have to make you less than me to feel better about myself, and I don't have to make myself feel like I'm better in order to move about with confidence. And there really is no need to hate. If there is something that I really want that you have, instead of hating on you or judging you or talking about you, um, I might come up to you and ask you, yo, like, how are you like this, right? Especially if you radiate joy and good energy. I want to know, like, tell me what's up. Number five, I trust myself so much more. I remember when I didn't trust myself and I couldn't make decisions for shit. I constantly needed other people's opinions and other people's validation. But when you love yourself, you just trust that you are making the right choice with everything that you know. And you also trust, we're going to take it a step further. You also trust that if things don't go the way that you want it to go, you have the ability to handle whatever feelings will come up. My coach recently told me that us humans are more afraid of our feelings more than anything. Okay, so the thing that happens isn't like the end all be all, but it's how we feel about it that scares the crap out of us, that might like scare us into taking actions and all of that. But anyway, loving yourself equates to trusting in yourself more. Number six, I find true, genuine happiness in the little things. I don't need things outside of me to happen in order for me to feel more happy or more fulfilling, because it is an intrinsic thing and it just naturally comes. I'm less expectant or reliant on a party to happen, or getting invited out somewhere to buy like a new whatever big purchase, or little purchases. I don't need to go on vacation. All of that adds to the joy that I already feel. So in this case, I tend to find joy in the little things, right? Like, oh, the sun is shining so bright today. Oh, this person was super polite to me. Oh, I found like a parking spot that's near the entrance. Um, this person smiled at me, the birds are chirping, and oh my gosh, look at the trees, the leaves, etc., etc. Number seven, Yagar found the love of her life. Okay, I found the love of my life, and I am one who struggled a lot with relationships. After I chose to learn to love myself, I believed that I was worthy. So when he came into my life, I was not self sabotaging as I was before, and I was ready and open to receive him 100%. And so I know a lot of us struggle with finding the one, but really it starts with us, right? Once we learn to love and accept ourselves, dude, that person will come and you will know that is the person for you. Number eight, I've learned to honor my feelings. So, a big, huge part of self love is accepting yourself for exactly how you are. Initially, I thought, oh, loving myself meant there is no room for any negativity, any bad feelings, anything that's going to make me feel crappy. But I've learned that that also is who I am. And so we get to take self love on a next level, on a different level, right? We get to love and accept ourselves even for those emotions that don't feel the best, that makes us feel uncomfortable, that makes us cringe. That is still a part of who you are, and you get to learn to love that part too. And when you do, you honor your feelings and you actually let go of any trapped energy and trapped trauma, thus leading to a happier and healthier and more peaceful life. Number nine, I face fear with more confidence than ever before. I don't run away from opportunities as much. I don't say no as much. I tend to say yes more, especially if it makes me feel uncomfortable, right? Because I realize that it's just fear is trying to protect me, it's trying to keep me safe, but that means I am not growing if I listen to my fears and I succumb to the thoughts that come every time I get fearful. Knowing that I deserve to grow, and I deserve to grow into my highest being, and so do you. I get to face my fears. So, in learning to love myself, I've also developed a different relationship with fear. I'm not saying that, I can do it all on my own, because I am with a group of amazing women in this group called Thrive, and it's an accountability group, and they are there to help remind me that I deserve this. I deserve the life that I want, the life of my dreams. And all I have to do is just notice my fears and work through it, process through it, and with consistency and commitment, my dreams will come true. Number 10, I honestly move about with so much more confidence in myself. This is coming from a person who is known to be very insecure. I've been told before, oh, we need to help Christine get a backbone. Okay, I was fragile, I was weak, I was insecure, I was not confident at all. But now, not only do I feel confident, right? Moving about in the world. But I've also received numerous feedback that, yo, I was just told this like 2, 3 weeks ago. You seem to be a very confident young woman. And I say thank you. To that, I say thank you. And I wanted to say, oh my gosh, I put in so much work. No, the thing is, here's another an additional thing that happens when you learn to love yourself. You're gonna know your worth so much that it's gonna be easy for you to accept compliments. Okay, there's not gonna be any need to feel uncomfortable when someone compliments you. There's no need to have to like compliment them back, right? You just accept the compliments with grace because you know what they're complimenting you on is facts. Number 11, I get less triggered. And this one is big because when we let other things, other people, events trigger us, it has the ability to ruin our whole day, our whole week, our whole month, years, even, right? But in learning to love myself and in learning that everything is a mirror. So anything that anybody does is a mirror to what's going on inside of them. So the nastier they are, the more hurt they actually feel on the inside. You don't take offense, you don't get triggered, and you let people just be how they want to be, and you know it has nothing to do with you. And that comes with learning to love and accept yourself because you know you're fucking amazing. And so, if there is no reason for anyone to treat you the way that they're treating you, especially if it's nasty, then you don't take any offense. Bye. Number 12, I accept help and support so much more easily. I used to have the superwoman syndrome, and if anything, I used to think that I could be a lone wolf and that I don't need anybody in my life. It's fine. I don't have to ask for help. I got this shit. And even when I did really need help, it was really hard for me to voice my concerns and ask for help because maybe perhaps deep down inside, I'm afraid of disappointment, right? And I'm afraid that I can't handle it. What if they don't want to help me? What if they let me down? But learning to love myself, like I said, also means that I trust myself and that whatever other people do have nothing to do with me, and I have every right and I deserve to receive help. I deserve to lean on others to help support me during tough times. So it's much easier for me to ask for help. Number 13, learning to love myself truthfully on a deep level and accepting myself exactly for who I am and all my flaws, quote unquote, means that I get to love and accept other people. And I think that is the best thing ever because everybody is going through some shit. You're going through something, the person next to you is going through something. The more I connect with people, the more I realize that everybody is going through something that is troubling them, okay? And so, when we're not in the best mindset, we tend to make poor choices. And you've done it before, I've done it before. So, the quicker we can accept and love ourselves, even for our flaws, the quicker it is that we can love and accept and understand other people. The more we give grace to ourselves, the more we can give grace to other people. And so it goes around, and negativity, we see it all around us, and it's so easy to add to that, right? And to spread that. But as easy as it is to spread negativity, it's also easy to fucking spread positivity. But it starts with us, right? So the more you love yourself, the more you're gonna love other people, and the more you're gonna spread that light and spread that joy, which is what the world really desperately needs right now. 14, super big as well. I am much less controlling. I still have the tendency, but I'm beginning to realize more and more things don't have to go my way in order for me to feel good, right? Again, because we are so afraid that we cannot handle disappointment, we try our best to control everything, everyone around us, so that it's kind of like a padded, we're padding everything so that we don't get hurt, so that we don't have to feel discomfort. But once you learn to love yourself and you trust yourself, you let go of that control. People get to do whatever the fuck they want, okay? And then things get to happen the way anyway because you have the power and everything within you to overcome whatever comes up, okay? And so there really is no need to control. And oh my gosh, it is so much better to operate from a place where you do not have to control as much. 15, I really do believe now that I am deserving of all great, amazing things and that I am capable of achieving all these things. Learning to love yourself means you are honoring and you are acknowledging your freaking power, your birthright. And so you really truly believe that there's nothing out there that you cannot achieve. And so imagine not living as a victim anymore. And whatever you see out there that's amazing, that's making you happy, know that you are able to achieve that for yourself. Absolutely 100%. Number 16, I snap out of anxiety and depression so much quicker. Okay, I'm not saying that these moments still don't come, all right, because I still get anxious and I still become depressed from time to time. But the, from the time that I feel anxious or depressed to the time that I freaking bounce back super hard, it's so short as compared to before. Before it would take months, weeks, years, right? But now I've learned and acquired the tools and I understand that at the end of the day, I'm fucking amazing. I'm powerful. I'm awesome, right? This is what self-love does for you. You are able to snap back and refocus on what it really is true, actual, factual, which is the fact that you are fucking amazing, you are awesome, and you are whole, perfect, complete enough, okay, as you are, and you ain't gotta try all that hard. And so, instead of just talking about self love or self care, actually learning to love yourself, which is a commitment, it takes a commitment, will yield all of these results for you too. It has for me for the past 3.5 years. My life has changed significantly, and I live a life with more peace, more happiness, more confidence, more ease, more joy. And other people I know like may look at me and think, "Oh my gosh, she's so lucky." There ain't no luck in here. It's a choice that I make, right? To learn to really love who I am and to accept who I am just as I am. And naturally, all the results follow. Naturally, all the doors will open. Naturally, you'll make all these connections with all these amazing people who just want to love and support and uplift you because that is exactly what we all deserve. Thank you so much for tuning into episode 30. I know this was a longer ish one, but if you like my content, please subscribe, like, comment. Okay, let me know that is helping you out because that helps me out. Okay, um, sending you a whole bunch of love and well wishes, and I will see you guys for episode 31 next week. Bye.